Hello everybody. Hey, welcome back to Santa's Switch Adapted Toys. I had a request for how to adapt these food fish feeders, or automatic feeders, and so I purchased a couple to give a test to see what could be done. And they do have, each of them has a override, if you will, or a manual. I don't know if I can set that back together enough for it to go, but there's a manual button here. If you push that, the feeder works. And this has a manual button on the outside of it. If this was set up onto your fish tank, it would be clamped on here and mounted this way. And there's a button right here on the back side, the center of it. And you push that and it goes. So they both have timers. One of them set for, this one here is set for 12 and 24. This one can be set, I don't know, I think 12 and 24, there's feedings once per hour, or 24 per hour, or something anyway, or once per 24. So, but they both have this single button to push, and that's what we're going to use. That's where we're going to attach our cables on the inside. So this one here is the Pawfly, and it seems a bit noisier to me, but that's not really what we're going after. And this one is the Day 2 feeder. I'll link those down if you I'll put those links down below if you want to purchase those and tinker with them. Set the boxes to the side so we can get the feeders. This one also comes with the clamp. I just took it off because you need to take it off in order to get the battery back. Okay. To open this one up, we'll do them one at a time. To open this one up, there was 4 screws on the back. You remove those and this comes off, and you've got the wiring from the circuit board, battery pack over to the motors and timer switch. So what activates that is these two connections right here. That switch is outside. The switch outside goes and connects here, and we can test that simply by shorting this out. I'm going to take the closest to me here by the screwdriver, and it works. So that's all we need to know. We're going to attach our adaptive cable right there. Okay. This is warmed up. Oh, before I get to that, what I'm using a mono cable because it's only got 2 wires, and that's all that's needed for adaptive purposes. I've got a connector on here, the short piece of female mono cable, and that's what we're going to attach there. Links to these items are going to be down below. I do not know that you can actually buy the mono cable, but there will be a link in there if you get a stereo cable as to how to adapt it. Okay, there's one connected. Switch this over here. And need a little more solder on it. There's the other connected. I'm always a little tug on those wires or pick it up gently to see if it's really attached. I'm going to connect this. I have his work switch off camera, and that's done. Put it back together. Okay. In order to put it back together, we want to make sure that the cable's fixed right and does not interfere with the motor. I chose to drill my hole here because it's close to the connecting to the circuit board, and it's not going to get stuck, caught up in the gears. this one, the Tedu, or the Datu, I'm sorry, it takes 4 screws to get it apart. They were deeply recessed in these pockets, and I took those 4 screws out, and that allowed this cover to come off. So for this one, we had that 2 switches here, and the top switch is the one that activated it, so let's push it again. There it goes. So to test that one, similarly, I'm going to, I like these blocks. The top 2 or the bottom 2 of that switch, that top switch activates okay, so let's see. So that's all you need to know. That's where we're going to attach our wires. On this one, I ran the wire into the side, the cabling into the side. I've got it down, tied a knot in it. I always tie knots in it. And now I've got to manage this. I want to manage it not in the way of these switches here. I'm going to try to feed these through here and hide them under that orange and yellow wire. And we'll do the same with this one. And I want to put it underneath the circuit board because there's lights on that circuit board that for the user. Let's see if I can get these to come up a little tighter. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to attach them to the bottom, I think. Let's see what happens. Actually, I can't see the bottom very well. I'm going to attach them to the top. Since I have a nice solid base for it to sit on while I work. Let's see if I can do that top easier. There's one wire. Trying to get that wire to come over here and sit down like I want it to. I have it linked down in the comments also, description for these tweezers. They're reverse tweezers and they're great. Okay. So, whoops, I have more than one off-camera switch. Whoop, let's see, what have I not done? There we go. Right now this must be setting on 24-hour. Here, let's try this. Okay, so every time you push the button now that activates, and it's just that simple to do. I chose this location to go in because there's no mechanical, there's nothing in the way of it, and I can push my strain relief into the oversized hole, and there we go. Nice professional looking adaptation. So that's that. Put this back together, send it out. And this one here, similarly, I've got that right there. Let's see if I can get that strain relief put in there, right? You don't have to use these strain reliefs. I like them though. It seems to me one of the most common failures is wear on this in the hole. And this is a pretty tight spot for that strain relief. Alright, well I'll work on that. But anyway, watching me put strain reliefs back in wasn't why you came here. You wanted to find out how to adapt a fish feeder. And that's how you do it. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And I'll see you next time on Santa Switch Adapted Toys. Have a wonderful day.